Hey, what's going on, guys? Flick here. Welcome back to another episode of the Wolves Career Mode. This is Season 1, Episode 14, and we are fresh out of the January transfer window. And we didn't make too many permanent additions to the team, although we did bring in a player on a pre-contract basis, a center back going by the name of Diego Reyes. So he'll be joining us next year. But now that we have finished up all the transfer windows for this season, we can focus entirely on our performance in the league and the domestic competitions like the FA Cup. So I think that puts us in a pretty good position moving forward in this career mode. But by now, I think you guys know the drill. If you're enjoying this series, make sure you drop a like on the video as it helps support the channel. But as we look towards the calendar, we'll have 3 matches to play in today's episode as we get into February 2018. We'll start with the home match against Sheffield United. And on the 10th, we have another home match against QPR and then a midweek fixture away against Ipswich Town. Should be a good episode. Hopefully we can pick up some good results. We'll begin by discussing the poor results from the last episode, and I asked which of our 2 promising goalkeepers we should look to promote. Option 1 was Eric Nawapa, and option 2 was Dele Uba. You guys voted for me to promote Uba, and I like that decision. He's a taller goalkeeper at 6'5", and he's also a year younger, which should fare well for the player training. It didn't take long for Uba to accept his contract. We'll probably look to include him on the player training starting this month. I also asked which country we should disperse our scout to for the next 3 months, and we've already scouted Europe with Portugal and Africa with Nigeria. So for our next scouting network, I thought we should head over to South America. And the country that I selected was a suggestion from you guys, and it's a country that I don't believe I've scouted during my entire time on YouTube. So we are going to send our scout over to Paraguay for 3 months, and I think for this network, we should look for a physically strong player. Of course, with it being the start of the month, we also have a squad report to get into, and Norse is the first player that saw some growth. He went up +1 to his goalkeeper handling. Jack Ruddy went up +1 to his reactions, +1 to his interceptions, +1 to his goalkeeper diving, and +1 to his goalkeeper kicking. We'll have our first look at Dele Uba, and no growth quite yet, but one fun thing about him is that he does have 4-star skills, so maybe we can do a skill run from the back, and what a magical scene that would be in this career mode. He also has 3-star weak foot, which can come in handy from time to time, and he does have that exciting prospect status. Really looking forward to seeing what he can be for this club. Right now, he's a backup goalkeeper, but as we train him up, I could definitely see him taking over for Ruddy next year. But moving on, we'll head to Doherty, and he has gone up +1 to his ball control, +1 to his dribbling, +1 to his penalties. Afosu IA going up +1 in his overall rating, +1 to his sprint speed, +1 to his crossing, and +1 to his curve. Cody has gone up +1 in his overall, going up +1 to his interceptions and +1 to his penalties. Bennett going up +1 to his aggression, +1 to his composure, +1 to his short passing. Miranda going up +1 to his acceleration, +1 to his reactions, +1 to his ball control, and +1 to his short passing. House has gone up +1 in his interceptions, +1 in his marking, +1 to long shots, +2 to standing tackle, and +1 to his slide tackle. Boley going up +1 in his overall, +1 to his sprint speed, +1 to his interceptions, and +1 to his vision. Amaral going up +1 to his strength, +1 to his finishing, +1 to his stand tackle, +1 to his slide tackle, and +1 to his curve. Bath going up +1 to his free kick accuracy, +1 to his short passing, +1 to his slide tackle. And we also have Delons going up +1 to his finishing, +2 to his heading accuracy, and +1 to his sliding tackle. Final player that we'll be talking about is Vinagre. He's gone up +1 to his acceleration, +1 to his dribbling, +1 to his long passing, and +1 to his standing tackle. Moving on to the midfielders, Nevish has gone up +1 to his vision, +1 to his finishing, +1 to his long passing, and +1 to his slide tackle. Saiz going up +1 in his overall, +1 to his aggression, +1 to his finishing, +1 to his long passing, and Dye going up +1 to his stamina, +1 to his vision, +1 to his slide tackle, and +1 to his penalties. Gero going up +1 to his reactions, +1 to his crossing, +1 to his shot power. Gibbs White going up +1 in his overall, +2 to his vision, +1 to his dribbling, +1 to his finishing, +1 to his free kick accuracy, +1 to his heading accuracy, and +4 to his long passing. Finally, for the midfielders, we have Connor Ronan going up +1 to his agility, +1 to his vision, +1 to his finishing, +1 to his heading accuracy, +1 to his long passing, and +1 to his shot power. Our attackers are up next, and Podence has gone up +1 to his reactions, +1 to his attacking positioning, +1 to his ball control, +2 to his finishing, +2 to his shot power, and +2 to his penalties. Meyer going up +1 in his overall, +1 +1 to his jumping, +2 to his ball control, +1 to his crossing, +3 to his finishing, +1 to his shot power, +1 to his volleys, and +1 to his curve. And Bakari going up +1 in his agility, +2 to his attacking positioning, +1 to his crossing, +2 to his finishing, +1 to his free kick accuracy, +1 to his short passing, +1 to his shot power, +1 to his long shots, and +1 to his volleys. Costa going up +1 to his agility, +1 to his ball control, and +1 to his stand tackle. Wilson going up +1 in his overall, going up +1 to his finishing, +1 to his free kick accuracy, +1 to his shot power, +1 to his slide tackle, and +2 to his volleys. Bonatini going up +1 to his sprint speed, +1 to his strength, +1 to his vision, +1 to his ball control, and +1 to his volleys. Afobe going up +1 in his sprint speed, +1 to his dribbling, +1 to his short passing, +1 to his marking. Cavallero went up +1 to his dribbling, +1 to his marking, and +1 to his long shots. And finally, we have Jota. He went up +1 to his stamina, +1 to his vision, +1 to his ball control, and +1 to his long shots. Of course, we can't forget about our youth squad prospects. Nawapa, his overall stayed the same at 60, but his potential did change from an 83 to 94 now to an 85 to 94. And I think we can do a few different things with him. One, he could be Uba's backup goalkeeper in the long-term future. Or two, we could train him up, and if things don't work out, he wants to be a first-team player, we could always transfer him to another club and receive a considerable amount of funds for him. But moving on, we've got Uba, and his overall used to be a range of 47 to 63. It's now stabilized at a 54. Potential changing from a 70 to 94 now to a 70 to 90. Dosu has drastically dropped. His overall was a range of 49 to 65. It's now stabilized at a 54, but his potential used to be 71 to 94. It's now at a 66 to 86. So he does not look to be very good, and I'll likely release him here in the future because he's already 18 years old. His overall is way too low, and we're simply not going to train him up. Mamboepa's overall stayed the same at 56. His potential did change from a 75 to 94 range, now to a 78 to 94. Fodio's overall stayed the same at 53, potential changing from a 72 to 90, now to a 77 to 91. Rui Faria, his overall stayed the same at 57, potential changing from an 82 to 94, now to an 82 to 92. And finally, Noronha, his overall went up by 1 to a 58, and his potential changed from a 79 to 87, now to a 79 to 85. Here's what this month's player training will look like. I've devoted 2 training spots for Uba that allow him to progress as quickly as possible. And because goalkeeper training is so effective, I feel like those 2 spots are worth it. We're also working on House's defending as well as Enabakari and Podance's attacking. It's going to be very difficult for me to choose which 3 players will get these last 3 spots that Uba doesn't get, but I'll try to rotate them around as best as possible because we have a number of options to choose from. We have a few emails to review, and despite not receiving many transfer offers during the winter transfer window, we have 2 clubs interested in 2 different players on a pre-contract basis. And as you can read from this email, you'll see that we can agree to the terms now, and then once the next transfer window does open up, that player will move to the club in question. And these are players that I'm actually looking to offload. Joe Mason, I believe he's a striker, and he's just not going to be getting much play time for us. We have the likes of Enabakari, who can play striker, Podance, as well as Afobe. So if we can get some cash for Mason, I'd be pretty happy about that. And I'm going to delegate this over to my assistant manager and try to get a decent amount of value for him. I believe his value is set at around 800,000. So I'm going to start negotiations at 1 million and then just try to get anywhere above 800,000 for him. At the end of the day, Mason's not going to get much playtime for us, so any additional funds we can get will be worth it. And it's pretty much going to be the same case for Donovan Wilson. I think he's featured in 1 or 2 games for us this year, and he's just not going to contribute too much to the squad. His value set at 220,000, and they are offering already 230,000, which is above his market value. I'm going to start the negotiations at 300,000 just to get a little bit of extra funds. And if they are not willing to accept that, then we're going to just accept their offer of 230,000 and just take it as it is. Here's a look at the league table ahead of our match against Sheffield United. They're sitting all the way down in 19th, but a win should boost us back up to first. We're a game behind Reading, and we do have a +5 lead on them for the goal differential. So we'll try to get a big result, increase that goal differential, and get back up to first in the league. It will be a very strong side to feature in this one. We've had time to rest, and now that we've gotten through some of those cup fixtures, the schedule won't be as congested, and we should be able to get some very good results for this month of February. This will be the lineup. I am starting Afobe over Bonatini, and according to the game, Afobe's in better form, although in recent episodes, it seems like Bonatini's contributed more goals. Worst case scenario, we can always bring Bonatini on at halftime. With us being in such a high league position and scoring so many goals during this championship season, you might argue Sheffield United are using a more defensive formation with the 5 at the back. Oh, we've left too much space here for Sheffield United. Luckily, we get this one cleared, and we might be able to get on the attack as well. Neves spotting out Podence. He has the pace to outrun the defender, and he will not be catching him. He's looking for options in the middle, holding it up. And Cameron Carter-Vickers steps in and makes the tackle. It's surprising to see him over here at Sheffield United. I don't know if that's a deal that happened in real life, but regardless, that's a big improvement for them, and he'll be tough to break down. This is a chance for Afobe to maybe get a shot on target, and that one is going to rocket off the crossbar. Keeper is coming out. Blackman able to make the save. We've gotten off to a good start, creating some chances and getting shots on target. That's something that we've been lacking in the last couple of episodes, but here is Jota. He's going to try the Berba spin and maybe get off the finesse shot. The finesse shot is a good one. But Blackman, again, equal to it. Please don't tell me they're going to score on their first chance. Reddy has to make a save on the near post, and that kind of just would have been our luck. We've been dominating this match so far, and I believe that's their first shot on target. Luckily, that one did not go in, but we still need to deal with this corner kick. If we can, then we could potentially get on the counterattack, and that we will. We're going to hit this one off to the left slightly, and Afobe winning the header. Podence getting hold of possession. We'll find Costa, and he spots out the run from Afobe. We're through on goal, and we'll try to test the keeper here. Maybe get taken out for a penalty kick, and a penalty kick it will be. Afobe looks to be hurting after that tackle, but hopefully he can get up and take this penalty kick. A yellow card issued to the defender. And it's Afobe to step up and take this one. We'll try to put it off to the right. And out of the keeper's stretch, he goes off in the wrong direction. Benik Afobe will get the opening goal for Wolves. And we are off to a fantastic start. And again, Podence playing it through to Afobe. He is just destroying these defenders down the line. And he's got the skills today as well. As we play it off to Ndiaye. He scored a goal in the last episode. But this time, he probably should have gone with a low-driven shot, and Blackman is getting to those ones that are shot in the air. We need to test it on the ground and make him get down and reach for it. But here's Podence, dribbling this one inside the box, loses hold of possession, but wins it right back. Still looking for that pass in the middle. He's taken out, and that'll be a free kick. Of course, we'll try our set-piece routine, and I believe Douglas is going to be through on goal, and he's timed it well. Has options in the middle, and it's deflected. Lafferty came to the rescue, and probably saved a second goal. And a 2-goal deficit for Sheffield United. Podence playing this one to Afobe. We have an open player. Jota on his left foot. Maybe he should be doing better there. Oh, the play has been absolutely incredible. I was talking about the low-driven shots earlier, and Podence executes it to perfection. Blackman had no idea what to do. He was caught completely motionless, and that'll give us a 2-goal lead going into the break. I couldn't have asked much more from the lads in the opening 45 minutes. We didn't hold on to a lot of possession, which is uncharacteristic of us, but we were creating several chances, 7 shots, 5 on target, and the 2 goals to show for it. The strategy for the second half, I think we'll be holding on to more of the possession, just slowing down the play and making Sheffield United attack us. We're going to make a single change at the break. Costa will be coming off and Cavallero will be brought on. Oh, Afobe has timed that run very well. Unfortunately, he just didn't have the finish and Jota will be called offside. The play has been so good today. And the dribbling has not been bad either. Podence linking up with Cavallero. This could be a second goal for Podence. But again, Blackman making the saves that are shot for the shots that were in the air. We just need to do those low-driven shots or those carefully placed finesse shots, and I think we can make this 3 pretty easily. But we do get a corner kick out of it, and Podence will come short. Holding off the Sheffield United players. We'll find Afobe in the middle. That's not the pass I wanted, and we'll have to start from the back. Cavallero has options. He'll try to find Podain's, and the finesse shot effort will be tucked away. I told you guys just a second ago, Podain's is listening. He might be separated by his screen right now, but somehow he can hear me, and he's able to make it 3. Let's make a couple more substitutions. Podain's is on a brace right now, so I won't be substituting him off, but instead, I'll take off Jota and bring on Enabakari, who's been growing very rapidly in his attributes, and I want to make sure that he gets enough play time. Bonatini will also be brought on for Afobe. Ooh, is he onside? He got about as close to the goal as he could have. And Sheffield United able to get one back. Don't think that'll be making a difference in this one, but fair play to them. They passed that around well, and the striker was clinical. We did a really good job closing out the match, managing to secure 49% of the possession, which was much improved than the first 45 minutes. But man of the match today, going to Benik Afobe. That's a bit surprising to hear, but he did get the 1 goal as well as an assist, so I think the rating is warranted. Bolton are looking to acquire Nazon on a pre-contract basis, and this is another player that was on loan at the start of the season. And using that logic, we didn't miss him at the start of the season, we shouldn't miss him in the future of this career mode, and that's why I'm open to selling him. 600,000 is nothing to laugh at, and if we can get even a little bit more, that can fund another transfer. So once again, we're going to delegate this to our assistant manager, start the offer at, let's say, 750,000, and look to not sell him for anything less than his market value of approximately 600,000. Reading continue to be top of the table due to that extra match played, but all our attention needs to be on QPR. They're gunning for that second place position, which also grants the crucial automatic promotion. So we'll need to play very well in order to beat a good QPR side. We'll pretty much be using an identical lineup to what we used in our previous match, and while I like to mix up the team whenever possible, I think this is a match that we just need to pick up the result and use the players that we're most comfortable with. At the end of the day, we can always rely on our substitutes in order to rotate around the squad. This is one of the first times I'm happy to see a 5 at the back formation because we just played against one and we know how to break it down. We have plenty of options here inside the box. Benik Afobe might be able to get the opening goal. And that was one of the strangest deflections I have seen in a long time. Afobe's shot deflects off the keeper's legs, and we'll need to have a look at the replay to see what happened with the defender. It's 1-0. I know that much. But we need to see this replay to see how the defender reacted. It looks like he was just trying to clear it away, but he ended up lobbing the keeper for a brilliant goal. And just to clarify, that was credited as an own goal. I rate that decision because Afobe didn't play that much part in that goal. We need to get this one away. And I would almost say that the QPR player was obstructing Ruddy, but that's not going to be called in the game, is it? And one kind of cheesy goal leads to an immediate counterattack by QPR, and things are level 10 minutes in. So it's basically going to be an 80-minute match now. Podain's turning on the Jets and now playing through Afobe. Hall, who allowed the own goal, ends up making a pretty good tackle. And fair play to him, seems like he's forgotten about his pretty crucial mistake. And he's trying his best to help QPR get the result they're looking for. But we're playing this one around really nicely. Nevish going to try the fake shot and the final shot. But that one's deflected and cleared away. This is an end-to-end match. It should make for a good one. That's some brilliant play. And we were just looking for the perfect chance. It eventually falls to Afobe, and he doesn't score a lot of finesse shot goals, but this is probably one of his best of the season. He just created a little bit of space, had the go, and it ricochets off the underside of the crossbar. We're able to make it 2-1 and get this lead. What a great ball. And Ruddy pulling off a huge save. We need to get this one cleared, and it's going to be 2-2. What is this match? Every time we score, QPR comes right back and answers within minutes. And that time around, we probably should have been able to get that cleared, but the rebound goes right back to a QPR player, and inside the box, they're not going to miss from there. Podaince might try a finesse shot of his own. It falls to Jota. Can he make it 3? I don't know what's up with Jota's finishing, but even on his preferred right foot, he's not getting him on target. And this is part of the reason why I'm preferring Bakari at this point in the career mode. That was a solid first half from us, but I have to say I'm disappointed that we're going into the break level. We should have at least a 1-goal lead. And I'm going to back up the words that I just said. How I'm preferring Bakari over Jota. I'm going to make an early substitution. Jota will be coming off and Bakari will be brought on. He's just a player in better form right now. Oh dear, this could be 3 for QPR, and they have their shooting boots on today. That's the first goal that they've scored, which came off of a direct mistake from me. I should have been marking them better and not allowing that through ball, but now we need to go out and attack and score 2 more goals if we want to get the result. Oh, we're going to answer right back, aren't we? Podaince! Man, you have to think that should be going in 9 times out of 10. And of course the time it doesn't is when we're losing. Okay, that's a set-piece tactic from QPR, and it is now 4-2. I'm not sure what's happening in this game. It's just one of those matches where both teams are going to score goals. This could be a chance for us to get a goal back. Podaince! Okay, that's a strange goal to score. It took a deflection off the keeper, but it ends up in the back of the net, and we're able to make it 3-4. Now the match isn't within reaching distance, and we just need to push on, try to get the equalizer, and then try to get the winner. And here's Bakari bursting down the right wing. Can he use his strength and finish this shot? He gets it on target, and that's what I'm asking out of a player. At least his shots are on target compared to Jota's, which end up going wide, and he did very well to hold off the defender. And maybe that's just a case of confirmation bias, but I don't care. Bakari, he's just the better player for me right now. As we look to push on. Podaince trying to get the shot off. It's defended well, and Smithy's able to get it cleared. Can we win this header? Yes, we can. We'll keep the commentary going. And we'll keep the attack going. As we play this one through. This could be a chance for a Phobie on his left foot. It's blocked. 15 minutes left. We're going to freshen up the left wing position by taking off Costa and bringing on Cavallero. I feel like Bonatini might be the man to get us the winner, so we'll bring him on for a Phobie. Actually, change of plans. I see that bandage on Bully, so we're going to sub him off and bring on Bat because I don't want to risk any injuries. Go on, Cavallero. Burba spin the defender and cut this one inside, looking for the pass. Someone needs to get there. We've scored so many of those late goals where we just play it across goal, and it might be one of those matches today. As Neves finds Bakari. Some nice passing to Doherty. Now inside of Phobie. He's holding up the play. Over to Podaince. We're just looking for the open pass. We're able to find Bakari. He slips this one through to Doherty. Looking for Bakari in the middle. Instead it falls to Phobie. The deflection. This is such a strange game. How many deflected goals have ended up in the back of the net for us? I want to say it's 3. The own goal, the one that went off the keeper's gloves, and now this one. With 5 or 6 minutes left in the match, I have to say the momentum's on our side, and we need to push on for the winner and the full 3 points. And here we go, Cavallero. Using his pace down the left wing. He'll spin this one inside, defended very well by Perch, but we have a throw-in from a good position. And we need to make sure that we find an open player. We do with Ndiaye. Open player on the edge of the box. This is Neves. Still looking to score his long shot goal. It won't happen this time, but we'll hold on to possession. As Ndiaye gets tackled, and somehow he loses hold of it. It's a through ball all the way over to Freeman. And we need to watch the far post. Not concede this cross. What is this match, guys? 5-4. And I would have felt very hard done for QPR if we ended up getting this winner, but I don't know if we deserve to lose. Still have extra time to think about, but right now we're down. Of course we take too heavy of a dribble. This match is absolutely ridiculous. And even if we end up losing, this is probably the most fun I've had playing crew mode in quite some time. Hopefully it made for a good match from you guys, even if we ended up on the losing side of things. These are some absolutely ridiculous statistics as well. 14 shots, 7 on target for us. 8 shots, 8 on target for QPR. I don't know what to say about that match, but Afobe gets man of the match with a 9.3 rating. There's a couple emails to catch up on. First off, Willie Bully has suffered a sprained knee. He'll be out for 3 weeks. That's not a huge issue for us because we have several center backs that can fill his place while he is away injured. And then 2 transfer offers have been agreed upon. Joe Mason will be set for a move to QPR for $820,000. Donovan Wilson on his way to Barnet for $260,000. Reading picked up a draw in their last match, which will still put them 1 point ahead of us, even if we are a game behind and pick up the win. But QPR are the team I'm starting to worry about. They're right on our tails. I feel comfortable using a rotated side against Ipswich Town, who are sitting on the lower half of the table. This will still be a big fixture for us. We need to come back and get a win, especially after losing in a pretty heartbreaking fashion, 5-4 against QPR. We'll be matching up player for player against Ipswich Town. They're also using the 4-2-3-1, but I want to say that's the wide variant. Some great play. And Podanes has done all the work. Bonatini just needed to finish, but it was a pretty weak effort, to be fair. Definitely needed more power behind it. Podanes? Finesse shot? Okay, that is a bit of luck for the finesse shot to get deflected and fall right back to Podanes' feet, only to have him get it by the keeper. But after that last match, I think we need a bit of luck, and we'll get off to a strong start. What in the world was that effort from Bonatini? I asked him to finesse shot it, and he ends up doing more of a cross than anything. We're still holding on to possession here as Saiz is on the ball, our left-footed player looking to have a rip. And that one going just over the crossbar. I'd like to get this second goal before the halftime break just to take any doubt out of the player's mind as to what kind of result we'll be getting. Quick look at the halftime stats, and although we weren't able to get that second goal, I'm still feeling very good about our statistics. Ipswich Town haven't even gotten a shot on target or even generated a shot. We'll try to keep it that way. Attack might be on for Ipswich Town, and I can tell our players are starting to get tired as they play it around. It'll be 1-1, and that might be their first or second shot on target. With still 20 minutes left to play, that's plenty of time for us to get this go-ahead goal. I think with some fresh legs, we can get the winner. Podanes will definitely be coming off. He's pretty much put in full 90-minute performances, and he needs a little bit of a break. Instead of him, we'll have Connor Ronan, who you guys know how I feel about him. He seems to make an impact on every game he plays, so hopefully that'll be the case today. Bakari will be swapped for Jutta, and I'd also like to strengthen up our midfield. Nevish will be coming off. Gibbs White will be coming on. Oh, don't tell me. Connor Ronan. Can he finish this one? It's going to be the driven finesse shot, and Connor Ronan does it again. There's just something about this kid and all the young players on this team that something magical happens. And that was the case here. Beautifully placed finesse shot, and we get the go-ahead goal. Now we just need to hang on. This is a crucial set piece. If we can get this one cleared, I think we can waste the rest of the time, and we do get it cleared. Bakari on the ball. He's got fresh legs, and he'll try to burst down this left wing. I don't think the defenders will be catching up with him, and this should use up most, if not all, the time left on the clock. We spot out the run from Bonatini. He just needs to finish, and that'll be 3. Leo Bonatini leaves any doubts. He shattered them, and we've gotten the winner here. This has been a fun match and a fun episode to play, and I'm glad we can end it on a high note. Well, there you have it. This one will end at 3-1, and although Ipswich Town put up a fight and had us a little bit worried 70 minutes into the match, we do go on to score 2 late goals and eventually get the 3 points. Leo Bonatini does get man of the match with a 9.3 rating. But guys, that'll bring an end to today's episode of the Wolves Career Mode. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And if you're interested, you can follow me on my social links. There's links to those in the description down below. But until next time, this has been Flick. I'll be talking to you guys again soon.